when meditating on the said plagues to touch down here in spiritual Sodom and Egypt, the great US of A, one of the plagues in particularly that is prophesied to come about is the famine of all things, famine of the word, and ultimately the famine of food and the scarcity of commodities. When meditating on those things and bringing Zephaniah 1 and 10 into context, as and talking about how men will cast their silver and gold into the streets because they will have no value. There will not be an economy to go and make those purchases for a time. So Zephaniah chapter 1 and 10, it says, and it shall come to pass in that day, saith Yahweh, that there shall be a noise of a cry from the fish gate, and a howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills. The fish gate represents the markets, the commodities, where merchants were to bring in trade and then disperse within the economy at that time. And we know that as we can see the rise of escalation in the wars and the shutting down of the Hormuz, that the commodities are and may very well still come to an abrupt halt, right? And in the in Second Esdras chapter 15, verse 16 on down, it says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, and shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into the city, and shall not be able to, for because of their pride the cities shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, and shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread or food, and for great tribulation. This is one of the said judgments that are set to fall upon great Babylon. And as we transition into a digital system, the beast system here, and a collapse must come to pass. So as people continue to pull out their funds from the banks, that's ultimately going to bring about an economic situation, a transition into the digital age. And for a time, you're only going to be using cash to make those purchases, and that is very well could be on the rise.